this lesson is going to be for 7th grade. Okay, we're going to review the distributive property. Okay, the exercises for distributive property, you can find them on page 12 on your books. Okay, we also have exercises and examples in the notebook, and we have a small explanation as well. Okay, now let's do a quick review on the distributive property. Okay, distributive property means that we're going to take the number that we have outside and we're going to multiply it by each number that is inside the parenthesis. Okay, so that means that when we have this number A, we're going to multiply it by B. That's where we have this one, A times B, AB. And then plus, okay, A times second number, A times C, and that's where we have this number. Okay, now let's apply it into the exercises. Okay, so we're going to apply the distributive property with this exercises. So we have this number times this number, okay, and the answer is going to be here. And we have this number times this number, and the answer is going to be here. Okay, so if we have 12 times 7, 84. Plus, okay, positive times positive, positive. Okay, and then we have 12 times x, 12x. And we have the answer. Okay? Let's do the next one. Okay? Here, since we don't have a variable, we can apply two rules. We can apply the parentheses rule, where we work the parentheses first, and then multiply by the outside number, or we apply the distributive property. Since we are talking about distributive property, I want you to follow the process of the distributive property. Okay? So if we have this number, this would be this one. We have to multiply it by this number, and the answer comes here. And then we multiply this number times this number, and the answer comes here. Okay? So 30 times 5, 150, plus 30 times 6, 180. Okay? And the addition would be 330. And we have our answer. Okay? Now, we're going to apply the same rule on the other exercise. Okay? So we have letter A, which would be this one. And we have a number inside the parentheses. So we have to apply distributive property first, so then we can add or subtract the numbers that we have outside. Okay, so first we have this one times this one, and the answer is going to be here. This one times this one, and the answer comes here. Okay, so minus 3 times x, x is positive. Okay, so when we have a negative times a positive, the answer is negative. Okay, so that would be minus 3x. Now, negative times negative is going to be positive. And 3 times 2 is going to be 6. Okay, then this one's we just copy. Okay. Okay, now what do? The ones that we can add together, we add them together. This one has variable, this one has variable. So we can add them or subtract them. And this one is a constant, a number by itself, and this one is another constant, so that means that we can add them. So this one with this one, and this one with this one. Okay, so we have minus 3x plus 7x. Let's put them together so that we can have them in groups, so that it's going to be easier to add or subtract. Then we have plus 6 plus 12. Then we just simplify the ones that we can simplify. Minus 3 plus 7, that would be 4x. And 6 plus 12, that would be 18. Okay? So we are applying the distributive property to solve this exercise. Okay? Let's do the next one. Same rule as here. Okay? We can work the parentheses first, but since we are working the distributive property, that means that we have to work the distributive property. Okay, so this one times this one is going to be this one times this one. Okay, so we have here 7x minus 5, okay, positive times negative, the answer is going to be negative, okay, and 7 times 5, 35x. Now, 7 minus 7x, okay, positive times negative, negative, 7 times 7, 49x, okay. Now, since they both have a variable, that means that we can add them together. Both are negatives, so that means that we can add them, and the answer is going to be negative, okay. So we can put minus 35 minus 49. Okay, we can put that here, minus 49, and that would be 84. Okay, so we have minus 84x, and that is the answer. Okay, so here we are applying the distributive property. And remember, what is the distributive property? We take the number outside and we multiply it by the both numbers that we have inside. Where do we have to be careful? When we have negatives, like here. Okay, when we have negatives, like here. Okay, so we have to remember the rules for negatives. Okay, negative times negative, positive. Positive times positive, positive. Negative times positive, negative. And positive times negative, negative. Okay? So, these type of exercises, you can find more on page 12, and I will leave a link under this video for more exercises that you have to turn in as part of your accumulative points.